What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's going on with the overall market, talk about the structure on SPY, Tesla, Nvda, the QQQ, and for other tickers out there. I want to break down what's happening with the economic calendar, which you should be watching for as time goes on. But before I break the devil's information, before I give you guys a very quick intraday update video, let me just say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500 into the account, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 free stocks. The offer ends in just a few weeks. Anyways, what's happened to the market? As you guys could see, we got this very, very big sell-off since we were all the way up to about 526 a share during the pre-market yesterday. Now we came all the way down to about 516, so we dropped about or almost 10 points since then, which is a pretty big move for SPY in just like less than 24 hours. So it's very, very interesting to see it drop that hard. With this dropping as hard as it did, we came down to 516.5, and since we hit that, we haven't been able to break below that. We're seeing some buyers trying to defend SPY, trying to push it back up, which is completely expected after such a big drop. But I just want to warn you all that even if the buyers do try to hold SPY up or even push it higher, for tomorrow we have even more data coming out. Don't forget that we have the S&P Global Services PMI, and then we have the Services New Orders and Prices. This is all very important for inflationary data. And then after that, we have Jerome Powell giving a speech. So I want to give you guys a quick heads up about all of that. All of that could still cause more volatility for the markets. So you have to be prepared for that. But as of right now, I'm just open to the possibility that anything could happen tomorrow with Powell's speech and etc. But right now, at the time I'm recording this, the buyers are defending. Order flow is showing more call buying, and we're starting to see algos kind of taking over a bit. So they're trying to defend SPY, trying to push it back above 518. We're just kind of shuffling up here. If it keeps breaking through this, we're going to be looking at 518.97, our 200 EMA as our next target. If that breaks, 520 is coming next. So I do think that it might push a little bit more, but it's going to be very, very slow and choppy. But look and see how well these buyers could defend it and if they could try to get this thing to hold up. Now, for the QQQ, something very similar is going on. We went all the way down to about 438. This thing continued to sink. We also had a very, very big drop on the QQQ. We did talk about this as a possibility yesterday. Right, we peaked at 447, went from 447 all the way down to 438. 9 points this thing dropped, which is pretty wild. And now it's trying to get bought back up, pushing towards 440. The buyers are trying to defend it and get back towards this imbalance up here. They're trying to get back up to at least 440 plus, if not 441. I do see this thing trying to shuffle at 440 for now. Let's see if it could get above 440.5. If we do break this, it could push a little bit more just for a temporary intraday move, not like a forever thing, just temporarily. For Nvda, same thing has been going on. This thing dropped pretty hard to 877. This is where we had our support. It came back up. Now we're back again in our range. So what range am I talking about? Right here between 908, that's where we have some tight resistance, and our support's at 892. We're actually back up here. So watch resistance now at 900. We also have 903 technically and 908. If we break past 908 and don't close above it or hold above it, that's going to be more bullish for Nvda. And if we remain in this range, we're just going to trade sideways. If we close below 892, that's going to be a sign of weakness, so there could be more drops coming. So be open-minded to anything and just know that we're back within our historical range on Nvda. For Tesla, let me talk about Tesla, then Aapl. Tesla's looking a little bit more bearish because as the market is trying to get reaccumulated, Tesla's still struggling to hold up, and it's on this very, very big downtrend. So I just want to say that there is some weakness in Tesla. What is good for the bulls out there is the fact that we're seeing buyers defending this 165 area. They're fighting to try to hold it, but just know that Tesla's already down so much, and if we close below 165 or even fail to hold it, that's not going to be a good sign for it. It could still sink lower, and there is potential for this to drop lower if the overall market has more downside in the upcoming months. So you want to be very careful with this. But Tesla is still showing a little bit of weakness. Looking at the chart where it's at and look at how it's performing compared to SPY, that is very important to note. I'm seeing some weakness on this chart, and we're going to be watching how well it holds around 165. For Aapl, in my opinion, is looking a little bit weaker, if anything. We're showing a little bit of weakness. The reason for this is because we're on this big downtrend. We came all the way down to this 168 area. We failed to get a really big breakup of 169. I am seeing some buyers trying to hold it up and get it back above 169, but they're really struggling to do so far. So you can see it actually kind of like rejected here, attempted a little bounce and came back down. So it's barely moving. It's barely trying to hold 169. It's not being able to hold above that for now. So Apple is showing some weakness. It needs a bullish catalyst to really start running. But for now, it's just trading kind of sideways. I do see some buyers trying to hold it above at least 168. But like I said, not in the best of places. For a couple of tickers out there, we also have Amazn. Amazn is trying to rebound too. We got this bounce off 178, and now we're holding above our 180 support at the 20 EMA. So I see potential for this to try to push up higher towards 181. For Meta, I'm seeing the same thing. There's a potential accumulation structure. Going to be looking for a move for about 495.7. If we do break, this could push a little higher, but we're still range bound. So you guys can see how I marked these two areas. We have this yellow line as our support. We have this purple rectangle. See this rectangle? This is going to be our resistance zone. So I would say that Meta is still fighting both supply and demand, but we are showing some potential to try to push higher and fill an imbalance up here. So I do see potential for this to try to bounce, but we have to try to break this resistance. So watch and see if we get that test. It's showing some strength. And then Microsoft is kind of in the middle. It did try to rebound towards about 422, the level we called out. Now it's getting rejected again. So it's not super strong, still kind of trading sideways in the range. So we'll just have to see how it goes. With that being said, guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Just know that the market is, it's showing some life as buyers are trying to defend, but there's some stocks out there which are showing a lot of weakness, like Tesla. So we're still in this phase. From this point on, I would say watch supply and demand, and don't forget that we have lots of data coming out soon. We have this data right here involving the ISM numbers, services numbers all coming out for tomorrow. Not to mention Jerome Powell. He's going to be giving a speech at noon tomorrow. So get ready for all of that. We'll see how this affects the markets. All right, guys. So that being said, I thank you all for listening. Just one more remark I wanted to make is about as far as things are going right now for this channel, I'm going to continue to upload videos how I normally do. I just wanted to note that the reason why over the weekend I was kind of like inactive is because I was a little ill, and sometimes if that does happen, that could get in the way. Things like that could happen. So I might not always be posting 2 or 3 videos during the weekends, by the way. Sometimes I just post 1 or 2. But on the weekdays, for most days, I'll try my best to post 3 to 4 videos. Just give you guys nice updates intraday. I know that many people don't expect it, but the truth is I don't really do this just to make money. I don't do this because I'm trying to become famous or anything like that. My main goal in making this channel is just to provide as much value to people as possible for free, because I think that's a lot of other people out there are charging so much for services that don't really benefit people as much. And there's a lot of scams that go on with day trading. And there are a lot of people on YouTube who just say things which are not really true, and they try their best just to get clicks and views. So I want to try to be as real as possible on my videos, to talk about what I see on the charts and be as unbiased as possible. And I want to just continue to do it this way. So nothing's really changing from that end. People were asking me if I'm going to change anything, and I said, nope, not right now. I'm going to continue to do these videos. On weekdays, I'll be the most active. On weekends, I'll still be active, but I'll keep everything as is. With that being said, I'll see you guys very soon. I just want to clarify this because I had some questions being asked to me about that. So take care, do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you, and peace out.